Hello and welcome to our online event, Are You Fearless, with speaker and author Denise Hansard. We will bring her on in just a few minutes, and in the meantime, I'm CEO Judy Goss of Over 40 Females. I'm also the founder, and I will be joined a little bit later on in the event with the online community chapter director Shannon Bednowitz and our COO Beth Mercanti. Shannon's going to be introducing the speaker, Denise, and Beth is going to be doing member introductions later on in this event. And we've started having many more online educational teleseminars every week, and this one today is a whole event with a raffle prize valued at $130. You got to stay on until the end to win, though, and member introductions just like the Connect Live event that thousands of women are attending across the country every month in person. Please visit our calendar on the website for a full listing of our educational offerings and continual live and online monthly events at over40females.com. Okay, just some brief announcements and quickly about who we are. Over 40 Females is a nationally acclaimed live and online networking community specifically tailored for women over the age of 40, providing resources, personal and professional development, inspiration, and support to all of you women out there. Our raffle today is a beauty bag by Soraya Brazil, Toji Vitamins, Full Lips, and Tilth Beauty worth over $130. We will announce the winner for this at the end of this event, so please stay with us until the end to see if you won. We are constantly getting our members out there, noticed, and in the press. This is Julia Klein from Chicago on her own segment with NBC featuring her book. Helen Powers from Connecticut was booked on her own segment as well on NBC. Jerry Stingle from New York was on ABC Eyewitness News. And we are so proud of the fact that we're constantly getting our members so much recognition for their businesses, and not just on TV, but every form of media out there, magazines, blogs, newspapers, you name it. Okay, I just want to remind you, as members, please go in and log into the website for your many benefits. It is so important as we pick out members from what they write in their profiles to present for TV segments, press features, website features. We're even writing a book about over 40 females, and we have many other amazing opportunities for you to promote yourselves and your businesses. As you see, Kelly Epperson from our Chicago chapter has opened her own blog right in her profile on over40females.com. And we've been promoting her to tens of thousands of followers and friends on social media. So you really get a lot of promotion out of our organization. And the online benefits are available to all membership types, including the Connect Live memberships. So take advantage of them. And the next time you're on Facebook, by the way, head over to our Over 40 Females online community page and give it a like to stay included in the conversations. The ladies are tearing it up on that page. Very interactive and fun. There are so many on there, and a lot of people are learning a lot of things from these ladies. So join the crowd, connecting, encouraging, and inspiring on that page. Okay, What Women Want Talk Radio, another way to get your story or business promoted. We've got 30,000 listeners a month, and I am the host, Judy Goss, and I am very excited to give our Over 40 Females members top consideration to be interviewed for What Women Want Talk Radio. So email us if you have a pitch, whatwomenwantshow@gmail.com. We are airing live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, constantly looking for new guests, and we have a diverse set of guests. So everyone from a doctor that found a vaccine to cure breast cancer virus to tarot card readers to celebrity Marsha Clark was on a few weeks ago with her new thriller. So if you have a story, please email us, whatwomenwantshow@gmail.com. Okay, these are our live locations all across the country. If you're looking for live events to attend, you can find out where and when on our website, over40females.com, over40females.com, under the locations tab. So each location has events at least once a month. And of course, we invite you to join us here online every month as well. We are so happy to have you either way. And we wouldn't have all of these awesome chapters without sponsors like Cappy, Cappy's Travel. If you are ready to book that next vacation, let Cappy help you. You can Google your trip to death, but it's always nice to have a friendly agent do it for you, right? And she's a women-owned business for 40-some years, 100% women-owned. We love to support those women. So let the travel agent book your vacation, Cappy. Her number is 888-227-7975.
I am thrilled and honored to introduce our guest speaker today, Denise Hansard. Denise is a Southern girl who loves to tell stories, and she's been doing it all her life. She made a choice to set herself free from the stories of her past so they would no longer define her present nor her future. With her master's in counseling, a certification in life coaching, and 20 years in the corporate world, Denise uses her passion for helping people become their best selves, however they define this, based on the sound foundation of her education and corporate experience. The author of Suffering and Comfort, How Owning Your Choices Can Set You Free. Today, Denise is going to help us tame our fear. Please welcome Denise.
Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. All right, guys, let's get into it. So, are you fearless? This is what we're going to talk about today. And most of us, at some point or another, have said that we are fearless. And I want to dive down into that and let you know a 4-step process that I have created on how to tame your fear through ROAR, R-O-A-R. And I'm very excited about being here today and being able to share that with you. If at any time you have questions, I think you can pop it into the chat box, and I will be happy to answer those for you. So let's get going. One thing I want to know is I do have a handout on this. If you would like to go at some point, you can go at any time to my website, www.denisehansard.com, Hansard. You can download the ROAR handout. It's about signing up for my newsletter, and there's tons of other freebies out there for you to look at and garner from that. So make sure you do that. I want to make sure you have that with you. Guys, why are you here? Why did you come onto this call? You're listening to this presentation. And it goes beyond learning how to deal with your fear. Is it because you're looking for that dream home that you've always wanted in your life, that sanctuary to where the moment you walk in the door, you take that deep sigh and go, I'm home. Is that what you're looking for? Or maybe it's that intimacy that you want to find in that beautiful relationship. Or you want to get back in the current relationship that you have. You want to get back to that moment of knowing this is the person you were meant to be with. Or maybe it's abundance. Maybe you want that money just flowing in left and right without having any thoughts of I'm not good enough or why is this coming to me. You want to be able to have that abundance of the money just flowing into your life with ease. Or maybe it's about just getting back to those joyful moments, the times that you've had in your life where your heart just swells. And you want to have those consistently. So why are you here? It's a good question for us each one to ask ourselves. And what is stopping you from having all that you want to have? Well, Shannon told you a little bit about me, and I kind of want to go a little bit further into this, because this is me, Denise Hansard. And as she said, I have my master's in counseling. And when I was working with clients just after the master's in counseling, what I did, I was like an archaeologist. I would dig and dig and dig into people's past, and we kept dealing with the past and the stories of the past and where they were in the stories of their past and everything along those lines. That was all we did, was stay in their past. We never got out of the past. And I knew there had to be something more than that. And my life took twists and turns of its own that got me out of the counseling aspect into the corporate world. And I spent 20 years in the corporate world finally recognizing that me, myself, needed more than what I had. And because of an event in my life, I began working on myself. And as I got out of the corporate world, I got my certification in life coaching. And that was when I was able to bring together all of my knowledge, all of my experience, and become an architect of people's lives. I'm your life architect. I help to build a very solid foundation and give you the scaffolding and support in which you can begin to build the life that you are meant to live. This is what I've done for myself, and I live each and every day in joy and abundance in every way, shape, and possible, and that's the gift I have and want to be able to bring to everyone else. So as you stick through this presentation, I have a gift for you at the end of it, so just hang with me. But let's go ahead and get into, oh my God, the fear that we have in our life. As this is titled, it's called, Are You Fearless? Here's one of the things that I want everyone to recognize, to understand. Number one, fear will always be in your life. People who say that they are fearless have just learned to deal and understand that one fear that they have. It's not that they rid themselves of that fear. They've just learned that the fear no longer controls them and stops them. So fear in and of itself will always be with you. It's a matter of, is fear your friend pushing you forward? Or is fear that foe or enemy that is keeping you held back, keeping you stuck right where you are in a comfort zone of pain? Afraid to get out of that comfort zone because it's so familiar to you, and yet your heart is saying and tugging at you to go further, to go beyond. And I think that's really why you're here today. It's about all those other things of the home and the intimacy and the money and the joy. And yet, wouldn't you love to be able to apply a practice to it that would take you out of fear, worry, anxiety, overexcitement, because they're all the same thing at the same level of energy frequency, no matter what you call it? Wouldn't you love to be able to take that and define your life and make that fear your friend? I hope everybody's saying yes to that, because I'm going to go into it and give you the process of which to do that. So let's learn how to tame your fear through ROAR. Okay, first you have the R. So what this means, guys, is you want to recognize a couple of things. You want to recognize that fear is just a moment in your life. It's one moment, one state of being at that moment, and it will not define you forever. That's your first recognition. Once you recognize this, you're able to understand that you can look at fear in a different way and understand how you can move forward with that. The second thing that you want to recognize is, how does fear show up in your life? And there's two distinct ways. Back when we were in the prehistoric times of saber-toothed tigers, etc., hunting for our food, being out there in a dangerous situation all the time, that fear was extremely real, because a tiger could kill you. It was a life and death situation, so you had the methodology. Today, our fear is not so much that, unless you're feeling attacked by an attacker, a dog, or something along those lines. And you definitely want to listen to that, and you want to make a movement toward fighting or flight. Today, most of the fear in people's lives shows up as that freeze moment. It's a moment of exhaustion. You can't get out of bed. You're zoning out in front of the TV. You're constantly on Facebook, not doing the things and completing projects in your life. You're finding distractions that will keep you from doing the things that you know you should be doing at this time, that will help to move your business forward, that will help to make communication and relationships better, that will help to get you in that next career move, whatever that may be. So for you, when you have those moments of the TV, watching reality shows, or always on Facebook, recognize that this is the way your fear is showing up for you. So recognition is step one. Then what you want to do is you want to dive deep within yourself, because with this recognition of fear, you have a feeling that is associated to that. And you want to open up to what that feeling is for you. What have you been conditioned to feel when you are shutting down, when you are exhausted? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling depressed? What is that feeling for you? Because once you can do that, you can open up to the possibilities of changing that feeling, how you choose to feel, no longer seeing yourself as being debilitated by fear or limited, but beginning to see that maybe you can step out of that and find it very powerful and very enriching. Because then as you begin to recognize your fear, how it shows up for you, and you open up to the feelings that you have with this fear that you've been conditioned to feel, you can take the next step. You can then go into accepting a new feeling that that you can now associate with fear. So instead of feeling depressed, you can feel moments of joy, bringing to mind success stories of how much you've accomplished. Instead of feeling as if you're going to fail every time and the sadness that might be associated with that, or the not worthy, instead of feeling that, again, you can look back on those moments that you have completed your goals and your projects, and you've made that next step into your career, and feel how that feels to have accomplished so much more. For me, my first feeling with that was having written a book and been published, garnering my first client to be able to coach, getting my first paid speaking engagement. All of these things I bring to mind if something comes up that kind of knocks me off the tracks occasionally, and I go back to those old feelings. And yes, I'm human. I can still make that happen for me. So what you do is now you've accepted that you can have a new feeling that's associated with the fear. And this is where you're making fear your friend. This is where the fear will push you forward. And you take a lot of deep breaths into this, because most of us don't breathe enough or breathe deeply, and we shut the oxygen off to our brain, so we're not getting clarity and getting creative with things. And you get that moment with oxygen coming to your brain where you can let the mind catch up to the feelings, and you own that new feeling and you make it yours. And the last R, which is really a double R, because if you don't do one without the other, then it really doesn't work. This is very, very key, guys. So first is the recognize how fear shows up in your life. The O of opening up to your feelings and seeing what feelings do you have associated with that. And then the A of being able to accept that you can change that feeling and accept a new feeling. And this is where we get into it, the process. This is the key, the technique, where you release the old feeling and you replace it with a new feeling or story or whatever it is for you. And it is that release and replace to do. If you just release and you don't replace, then you've created a void in your life. And the universe does not like a void. And what it will do is if you just try to release it without replacing, then you're going to go back to the familiar. You will go right back to the same patterns, same thoughts, the same actions that you've been taking all along. So key is to release the old story and replace it with your new story. And you're going to find that sometimes that old story is going to come up, and you hit that internal pause button that you have, and you go, no, that used to be me. I am now. And you finish the sentence. By just stating the words, I am, you are claiming your power and you're owning your choices in life. Even if it hasn't truly taken full hold on you, you're still claiming everything as if it's already happening. So when you're looking at your fear, let's tame that fear. And remember, fear can be doubt, worry, anxiety, and even overexcitement. Any type of highly energized emotion can cause us to stay stuck. And you can apply this to any of those. You can recognize, open up, accept, release, and replace. That's the whole process behind taming your fear through roar. So definitely go to my website and download that. And yet, there's still something that's stopping you even further. Or maybe you don't even recognize the signs that are showing up in your life that says, I'm stopping myself. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through a process that shows 5 signs that say you're stuck. We're going to look at this so that you can identify if maybe this is an area that you would like assistance with from someone, somehow, does not matter. So let's go into it. Do you ever fall into struggle? And what does struggle look like? Well, basically, it's those moments that you have of total overwhelm or anxiety, and you're putting in extremely long, grinding hours to where you feel as if your life has absolutely no fun, no joy. You're just doing the job, and you never seem to get out of it. Yeah, how many of you are in that state of being stuck? You're stuck in your struggle. You get stuck there because of the anxious moments. You're doing the same thing pattern over and over again as you don't know where to go and what steps to take with that. If you're in this pattern, then that could be a sign that you're stuck in your life, a forward movement for you. And it could all be based on the fears that you have in your life. A second sign is being in scarcity. And that means basically you're saying to yourself, oh, I can't afford that. No. I have, constant worries about my money in my head, so I can't afford that. And what makes me think I should afford that? Because I'm not good enough. I shouldn't invest in me because why am I important enough to really take that step and do something? Let me go see what freebies I can get or that cheapest solution that I can possibly get, and I'll put myself on hold because that's what it's about. I'm a giver. And so in order for me to give, I have to give to everybody else and never to myself. Well, guys, I got to tell you that if we don't know how to give to ourselves, we're never able really to give to anyone else. I learned a long time ago that the airline announcement had it the best way. You have to put your air mask on yourself first before you help anyone else. Because if we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not able to take care of anyone else. So are you stuck in your scarcity mindset to where you're not even allowing abundance to come into your life? And abundance doesn't necessarily always mean money. It can mean love, generosity, caring. It can mean money. It can mean an abundance of joy in your life. Are you stopping yourself because you have a scarcity mindset? Another sign that may say you're stuck is skepticism. You've done a few things before, and some things you've put an awful lot of money into and time into, and it's never really worked. You felt like you got totally ripped off, and you just don't really believe what some people are saying out there. I don't care what they say those, success stories of others are. You're kind of skeptical about that. They're not legitimate. And you begin to make excuses and blame others and situation and time factors and everything along those lines because you're not sure that it's really true. And you're afraid. You're afraid of accepting any type of help, even though you think you probably need it. Or you probably need it. You've got that skepticism going on for you because you've been hurt in the past. You've been through processes that haven't worked for you. And you're just not sure anything is ever going to work for you. And that's the fear that you have instilled in you, that you're going to get ripped off again. Somebody else is going to hurt you, and that's what's keeping you stuck. Another sign that maybe says you're stuck is that self-doubt. Right now you could be in a career or a business that you own or a relationship that doesn't seem to have progressed as much as you've wanted it to. You look at other people outside of you and you go, God, I should be where they are. You begin to compare yourself, and you're very shameful about what progress you've made. Or worse, you feel like you're faking your life totally. You're such an imposter. You're putting on this face to everyone else outside your world, and they have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. Because, you're not just afraid of failure. You're more afraid of what if you succeed. Because if you succeed, you might alienate yourself from current friends, from family. And can you really succeed when you don't feel like you're the expert or you're worthy enough to be an expert in whatever it is that you do? Yeah, this fear of self-doubt or this self-doubt that creates a fear in our life with everything is a sure sign that you could be stuck right where you are. And then the last sign that says you're stuck is that stamp of approval. That moment in your life that you realize I have to be perfect. I'm reaching perfectionism. When I reach that, then I can do this, this, and this, because you don't want to be judged. You've been judged before and you didn't like it, and I'm definitely not going to put myself out there until I'm perfect. And if I'm perfect, I won't be judged or criticized. And I'm constantly worried about, well, my family or close friends, what are they going to think about what I do? Because I just want to be liked. That could be the place that you're in right now, of that stamp of approval, understanding that maybe it's where you're keeping yourself stuck, because that's right now where you are. It's kind of okay, not painful enough yet. So those 5 signs that you're stuck, are you in struggling with every moment of your life and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish? Are you in scarcity with that mindset of never having enough, of treating yourself almost like a cheap rug because you can't afford it? You don't want to invest in you. Are you skeptical because you've been hurt before and you don't believe that anything's ever going to work out there? Are you in that self-doubt, wondering if you're even good enough to be where you are today? Or even looking at that stamp of approval, wanting to know that everyone is going to like you? If you're there and you're ready to take that next step out, this is where I want to give you a gift. I want to be able to give you a gift of having a conversation with me. It's just a conversation of about 45 minutes over the phone where I can help to lead you to a potential next step. I do this for people. I love doing this for people. And it's not me trying to sell you in anything. I can help you through that if you want it, and yet it can be more than that. Me to help you get clear on whatever struggle or challenge that you're having in your life. And if you would love that, I want to give that to you. So you can go to my website and on the contact tab, just get a moment on my calendar. And you will be able to go there and have a conversation with me, because one conversation can change your life. So I love to be able to answer questions, have it open, so I'm sure I'd have plenty of time to do that. But I want to say thank you, everyone, to be able to share this message with you. I love what I'm doing. I enjoy it so much. I have a gift. I want to make sure that if my gift is appropriate for you, I want to be able to give it. So this is me. Thank you very much. And Shannon, thank you.
Thanks so much, Denise. You always have such amazing information to share, and today was certainly no exception. Lots of really great takeaways, and thanks so much for your generous offer. And now we come to the exciting introductory portion of today's event. Part of what Over 40 Females is about is connection. In addition to getting to know you in person today, you'll be archived permanently on our website for our hundreds of members to check out a little bit later.
Great. This is Beth Mercanti, and I am going to be the person unmuting the members. Susan Averna was on the line, and I don't see her on right now, so I am going to read her information. She is married, and she's from the Hartford, Connecticut chapter, and she likes dancing, music, other sports, reading, and yoga, and she's a psychologist. So reach out to Susan on our website if you need anything from her, and make sure you connect with her so you can get updated on her updates. The next person I'm going to unmute to speak is from the Chicago chapter. Her name is Diane Beaulieu, and I am going to unmute her.
Hello.
Hello, Diane. Hi.
Oh, good. You can hear me. Yay. So, my name's Diane Beaulieu. I am the owner of Entre Kitchen, which is in the western suburbs of Chicago. We are a full-service meal assembly kitchen. I'm a former customer turned owner. Loved the business concept so much that we bought the business about 6 years ago. So it's technically based in Carroll Stream. And what made me join Over 40 Females is I needed an outlet side of what I was already doing for networking. I wanted not only a place where I could connect with women who might need my business, but also women that were kind of in that same stage of life. for some camaraderie and some advice and some friendship and so forth.
That's great. So your business is home and party catering, or exactly what?
We're all about getting dinner on the table without having the customer have to do all the work. So basically, awesome. you can bypass everything, including the prep and the assembly, and do pickup or delivery. We deliver to not only homes but businesses and daycares as well. Or you can come in and make the meals with us, where we've done all the prep and cleanup. I like to say, we do all the shopping, chopping, dicing, slicing, and then you can have a hand in making the meals. And the beauty is, when they get home, there's no work to do other than the actual cooking.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being on, Diane, and you are the inaugural live announcer. So congratulations, and enjoy the rest of your membership. Okay, now I'm going to move on. The next person is Charlie Hagan. She had a meeting. She let me know earlier today that she couldn't be on the call. She's from our Fort Worth, Texas chapter, and she's on the calls a lot, so hopefully she'll be able to attend the next one and announce herself. Next, we have Donna Dobson Novak from Putnam County, New York, and she likes cooking, hiking, music, and reading, and her profession is marketing and sales. The next person we have is Michelle Smith, who I know is on the line, and I'm going to unmute her so she can do her announcement as well. Hi.
Hi. One of the questions you had on there is what made me join Over 40 Females, and I was just looking to connect with some really amazing women, and as I've been going to a lot of the different live events, I've really been excited with all the women that I've met. My company is Z&B Consulting, and I help people create a plan in just 3 days, and then I walk with them in the months ahead as they carry out their plan. You can learn more about that by signing up for a complimentary business clarity call at my website. It's zandbconsulting.com, and you would go to the Magnify tab. And June is really a month where people slow down for the summer, and it's such a great time to really work on your business when others aren't working in their business. So I'm offering 50% off my marketing plan program for those who sign up in the month of June, and you can actually take the program in July or September. That website is zandbconsulting.com. That's Z for Zachary, the word and, B for Benjamin, consulting.com.
Great. Thank you so much, Michelle, and thanks for being on the call. Next, we're going to Joanna Tikus from South Metro, Minnesota. And hello, Joanna. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine.
Great.
My name is Joanna Tikus. I joined Over 40 Females last fall and have found the programming both in person and online very valuable. I am a nonfiction editor and writer who is a great listener and loves to help people tell their stories. I have experience helping people describe their creative philosophy and share the stories of the objects they've created. As you said, I'm currently based in the Minneapolis area, where I am editor of a bi-monthly print magazine and a weekly email newsletter. I'm also a Girl Scout troop leader in my personal life.
Oh, nice. Great. Okay, well, everyone connect with Joanna. Thank you, Joanna. Connect with Joanna through the website as well if you need any help with your writing. And that was great. So that was our first go at having live announcements, and we'll continue to do this on future monthly online events. And we're always going to be selecting up to 10 people to do this.
Super. Thanks so much, Beth, and thanks for facilitating that for us. I really appreciate all the hard work you do for us on the back end every day, and you make all of this stuff so possible. I'm very, very thankful. Now we come to our raffle, the beauty bag worth over $130 with products from Surya Brazil, Toji, Full Lips, and Tilth Beauty. And our raffle winner today is Donna Novak. Please email us at info@over40females.com to get your prize sent to you.
Thank you so much for joining us for Are You Fearless? We would love for you to email us with your success stories by the end of next month so we can put them on our testimonials page and highlight you. And every week we have online educational teleseminars, don't forget, specifically for our members that last 20 minutes. So crash course and everything from spirituality to finance to business building and everything you can think of. So go ahead and save your spot on the community calendar on over40females.com. Have a great day and thank you for joining us.